88 million Americans are pre-diabetic, and 84% of them don't even know it. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, 2023, let that number sink in for a moment. 88 million people, grocery shopping, driving, hugging their grandkids, laughing every day, completely unaware that a quiet fire may be burning inside them. A slow, persistent inflammation, and if left unchecked, it can collapse their health in the blink of an eye. For a man named Walter, age 72, that nearly became his reality. Walter was a retired high school principal living with his wife in a small town in Indiana. He was meticulous about his health, walked every morning, ate oatmeal, got regular blood pressure checks, and for years no doctor had ever diagnosed him with diabetes. Until one evening, after dinner, mashed potatoes, grilled chicken, and a small slice of blueberry pie, he stood up to wash the dishes. And then, the room tilted. He collapsed next to the table. It wasn't a heart attack. It wasn't a major stroke either. The doctors called it a mini-stroke, a transient ischemic attack triggered in part by a sudden spike in blood sugar and inflammation in his arteries. Walter was stunned. "But I don't have diabetes," he said. But after deeper tests, his fasting blood sugar was 109 mg/dl. His HbA1c, 3%, and his post-meal glucose levels were well above safe thresholds. Walter was one of millions living on the edge. Not officially diagnosed, but already walking a dangerous line. So let me gently ask you, could your own blood sugar, right now, be silently damaging your body without you even knowing? What if that afternoon fatigue after lunch, that stubborn belly fat, or those nights you wake up thirsty, restless, or needing the bathroom aren't just signs of aging? What if they are warning signs? And what if I told you there's a completely natural way, not a pill, not an expensive treatment, but a simple warm drink before bed, passed down from one of the longest living cultures on Earth? A traditional Japanese tea made from just 3 natural ingredients: dried mulberry leaves, boiled water from adzuki red beans, and a sweet root called yakin, that when sipped 1 hour before sleep, night after night, can support healthier blood sugar while you sleep. Sounds too good to be true. I thought so too until I saw the research, until I witnessed the results in my clinic, and most of all until I saw how it changed Walter's life. Today he drinks it every evening, sleeps deeper, wakes up clearer, and his A1C down to 8%, no medication needed. This isn't magic, it's science, it's tradition. It's the fruit of 3 decades listening to the human body and bridging East and West in medicine. In today's video, I'll help you uncover 9 quiet signs your blood sugar may be out of balance, what really happens inside your body after 60, when glucose goes unchecked, and how to make this soothing 3-ingredient tea to help your cells respond better to insulin, improve sleep, and gently restore long-term health. So you can go ahead and make yourself a warm cup of tea, or simply sit down, relax, and let me, with the heart of a doctor who's spent over 30 years walking alongside patients, help you come back to something so simple: balance. Dear friend, there's something I often say to my older patients: the body never lies. But here's the thing, it doesn't shout, it whispers. It sends signals quietly, patiently, and often so gently that they are easy to miss. I once cared for a 74-year-old woman named Alina. She came into my clinic complaining of feeling wiped out every afternoon. But she wasn't diabetic. She just felt sleepy after meals. Sometimes her vision blurred a little. She craved sweets at night. She figured it was just part of getting older. But after testing, we discovered black small square her A1C was 6. 5% black small square her post-meal blood sugar was spiking. Black small square and early signs of fatty liver had started to appear. I told her then, and I want to tell you now, the body doesn't always cry out in pain. Sometimes it just needs you to listen. So here are 9 early signs your blood sugar may be imbalanced, even if you've never been diagnosed with diabetes. Please read them carefully. You might recognize yourself in these. 1. Persistent fatigue, especially after meals. If you feel totally drained after lunch, like you just hiked up a mountain, it's likely not just normal aging. Why? When blood sugar spikes and then crashes, your body enters a reactive low-energy state. Glucose may be in your blood, but it's not reaching your cells, so your body acts like it's starving. 2. Sleepiness right after eating carbs or sugar. If you find yourself needing a nap after meals, it's not just because you're full. High-carb foods, right arrow sharp rise in insulin, right arrow sudden drop in glucose, right arrow brain fog. Your brain literally can't keep up with the sugar swings. 3. Excessive thirst. Especially at night, your body is trying to flush out extra sugar through urine. If you wake up parched or find yourself needing water often, take note. 4. Frequent urination. Even without drinking much water, going more than 8 times a day, or 2-3 times at night, could be your kidneys working overtime to filter out excess sweet blood. 5. Darkened skin around neck, armpits, or groin, acanthosis nigricans. Noticing darker patches on your neck or underarms. That's often a sign of insulin resistance, where your body is pumping out more insulin just to force sugar into your cells. 6. Belly fat that won't budge. Even without overeating, when insulin is elevated, your body stores more fat, especially around the waistline. Extra glucose gets converted into visceral fat, the kind that increases your risk for heart disease. 7. Tingling in hands or feet. Especially at night, high blood sugar damages tiny nerve endings, causing pins and needles, numbness, or burning sensations. 8. Mood swings, irritability, or unusual anxiety. Blood sugar roller coasters impact serotonin and dopamine, your mood-regulating hormones. Sudden anger, worry, or mild depression may be rooted in unstable glucose, not your personality. 9. Memory lapses and trouble focusing. Do you lose your train of thought often? Forget what you just walked into a room for. Fluctuating glucose can reduce oxygen to the brain, clouding your short-term memory and focus. So, how many of these 9 signs apply to you? 1-2 signs, don't ignore them. Your body is whispering. 3-5 signs, it's time to get tested and adjust your lifestyle. 6 or more, your blood sugar may already be significantly imbalanced. I wish I had known sooner. That's the sentence I hear most from my patients, and I understand why. Because in Western medicine, we're taught to wait until something breaks before we act. But Eastern medicine taught me something different. The body always warns us early. The question is, are we quiet enough to hear it? And if you're still wondering, why does blood sugar go out of balance in the first place? What causes insulin to stop working well after age 60? The answer lies deep inside your own biology. And to understand that, we need to go one step further, where I'll walk you through. Small orange diamond, how glucose enters the bloodstream. Small orange diamond. why insulin can no longer open the door for your cells over time's small orange diamond, and what may be silently pushing you toward diabetes without you ever realizing it. Dear friend, I want you to picture your body as a beautiful house. Inside, there are millions of tiny doors. Behind those doors, your cells are waiting for fuel called glucose. And the key to unlock those doors, that key is insulin. Glucose, the essential fuel, but also a double-edged sword. Glucose is the simplest form of sugar. It comes from bread, rice, fruits, even vegetables. Every time you eat something starchy, your digestive system breaks it down into glucose and releases it into the bloodstream. That's when your blood sugar rises, and your pancreas immediately sends out insulin. Insulin is like a quiet delivery person. It gently knocks on the doors of your cells to deliver glucose so it can be used for energy. Insulin is a hormone, a messenger. It unlocks the doors of your cells so that glucose can enter and fuel your brain, heart, and muscles. Normally, it works like this. You eat a meal, blood sugar rises, insulin is released, glucose enters the cell's blood sugar returns to a safe level, a perfect cycle. But then something starts to break. The doors stop responding. Insulin resistance. When your cells start ignoring the knock over time, especially with age or poor diet, your body produces more and more insulin until your cells stop listening. It's like knocking on a door over and over. Eventually, no one answers. This is called insulin resistance. Cells no longer respond to insulin, glucose stays in the bloodstream, the pancreas works harder, releasing more insulin. Your body enters a dangerous spiral when this balance breaks. Your whole system reacts. High glucose levels cause inflammation in blood vessels. High insulin levels lead to belly fat and hormonal imbalances. The liver becomes overwhelmed, leading to fatty liver disease. Your brain doesn't get steady glucose, causing brain fog, anxiety, forgetfulness. Small blood vessels weaken, leading to nerve pain and vision decline, according to a 2022 study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism. Insulin resistance is a silent phase, but it's the root cause of over 70% of type 2 diabetes, fatty liver, and cardiovascular disease in adults over 60. Why don't you feel anything at first? Because for the first 5-10 years, your body is still fighting back. Your pancreas works overtime. Fasting glucose tests might look normal. You feel okay, but your blood is quietly becoming more toxic, and your cells are silently suffering every single day. Why don't you feel anything at first? Because for the first 5-10 years, your body is still fighting back. Your pancreas works overtime. Fasting glucose tests might look normal. You feel okay, but your blood is quietly becoming more toxic, and your cells are silently suffering every single day. This isn't just about sugar, it's a biological battle. Let me say this clearly. Diabetes doesn't happen overnight. It begins with a small imbalance that goes ignored. A little fatigue after meals, a small craving for sweets at night, a dark patch of skin on your neck, a few pounds gained without reason, and those little things become habits, and habits become disease. Groundbreaking research from Harvard and the Mayo Clinic confirms. In its early stages, insulin resistance can be fully reversed with lifestyle changes, proper nutrition, and herbal support. You don't need medication right away. What you need is understanding. You need to take action while the body is still whispering. And this is exactly why I'm so passionate about a special nighttime tea from Japan. a tea that gently supports your metabolism while you sleep. Let me show you what makes it so remarkable. In the next part, I'll introduce you to something truly special, 3 ingredients that have been used in Japan for hundreds of years, yet are still virtually unknown here in the U.S. We'll walk through the gentle biology behind each one, how they slow sugar absorption, support the pancreas, and help restore a healthy gut microbiome. And we'll uncover why drinking this tea just 1 hour before bed can have such a profound impact on your liver, your blood sugar, and the quality of your sleep. You might be surprised, and you'll understand why I often call this a non-prescription remedy crafted with deep wisdom. No medication, no struggle, just 1 cup of tea at the right time and the body heals itself. Dr. Tanaka, 84-year-old physician from Okinawa, Japan, dear friend, for years I believed the only way to manage blood sugar was through medication. But that changed when I met some remarkably healthy, long-lived elders in Japan. They ate white rice every day, no extreme diets, no strict carb cutting, and yet no obesity, no diabetes, no high blood pressure. So I asked, "What's your secret?" One 92-year-old woman smiled and said gently, "Before bed, I always drink a warm tea my mother taught me when I was little." That answer sent me on a journey. I visited rural villages, spoke with local doctors, and listened to farmers share their stories. Eventually, I discovered a simple, natural recipe, something so humble, yet capable of transforming metabolism while you sleep. This healing tea has 3 natural ingredients. They are not exotic, they're not expensive, but they are incredibly powerful. 1. Dried mulberry leaf. The enzyme gatekeeper slows down sugar spikes. Mulberry leaves aren't just food for silkworms. They contain a unique compound called DNJ, 1-deoxynigeromycin. What does DNJ do? It blocks an enzyme called alpha-glucosidase, the one responsible for breaking starches into sugar. That means, when you drink mulberry leaf tea before bed, DNJ slows down sugar absorption from dinner. Your blood sugar stays stable, and insulin doesn't have to work overtime during the night. A study from Yokohama City University, 2019, found mulberry leaf extract reduced post-meal glucose spikes by up to 25% and improved insulin sensitivity within 8 weeks. 2. Adzuki bean broth, a gentle yet powerful traditional remedy in Japan. Red adzuki beans aren't just used in desserts. They're cherished as a natural tonic for cleansing, supporting the kidneys and pancreas and flushing excess sugar. What struck me most? Adzuki beans are rich in polyphenols, strong antioxidants, and compounds that reduce insulin resistance. The Japanese drink the unsalted boiled bean water, called yaokan-yu, after meals, especially before bed. It's their way of gently rinsing leftover sugar from the bloodstream. A study by Kyoto Prefectural University, 2020, reported Adzuki bean broth reduced oxidative stress in the pancreas and improved insulin sensitivity in pre-diabetic adults within 3 weeks. 3. Fresh grated yakin root, a sweet probiotic that feeds your good gut bacteria and naturally lowers sugar. Yakin looks like a sweet potato but tastes lightly sweet and refreshing. Here's the magic. Its sweetness doesn't come from glucose. It comes from FOS, fructooligosaccharides, a special soluble fiber that doesn't raise blood sugar. FOS is a favorite food for good gut bacteria like bifidobacteria. And when your gut is healthy, Inflammation goes down, the liver produces less excess sugar, insulin sensitivity improves naturally. Yakin also slows glucose absorption in the small intestine. According to a study in the Journal of Medicinal Food, 2018, yakin consumption lowered fasting blood sugar, reduced A1C, and improved digestion within 30 days. When you combine D&J from mulberry leaf, polyphenols from adzuki beans, FOS from yakin root, you create a three-pronged effect. Slows sugar absorption, mulberry leaf, boosts insulin performance, adzuki bean broth, supports gut, liver, and pancreas. Yakin, all happening quietly while you sleep. No struggle, no strain, the ideal routine. Finish dinner before 8 p.m. 1 hour later. Brew the tea and let it cool slightly. Drink it by 9 p.m. with a light belly and calm mind. Make it your nightly ritual of healing, not just another habit. Because this tea is more than just tea. It's a gentle reminder that you deserve restful sleep, that your body deserves natural healing without force, and that sometimes the most powerful change begins with a quiet cup of tea. In the next section, I'll guide you through why blood sugar rises at night, even when you're not eating, why your liver, gut, and pancreas work hardest while you sleep, and how this tea's three-pronged nighttime action supporting the liver, reducing inflammation and deepening sleep leads to better morning blood sugar. The miracle isn't in the tea alone. It's in your body's biology and in your quiet consistency, night after night. When you close your eyes, when the bedroom lights gently fade, and you believe everything inside you has finally settled, that's when the silent shift begins. Sleep isn't shut down, it's when the body heals itself. You see, the human body isn't a machine you simply shut off. It's more like a car pulling into the garage after a long day. And the moment you drift off to sleep, your internal repair crew gets to work, restoring hormones, cleaning the brain, repairing damaged cells, and most importantly, balancing blood sugar. Did you know many people wake up with high blood sugar even though they haven't eaten all night? This puzzling rise is called the dawn phenomenon. Between 3:00 and 6:00 a.m., your liver naturally releases glucose into the bloodstream to help you wake up with energy. But if you're insulin resistant, your cells can't absorb that sugar efficiently. So it just lingers and builds up in your blood. That's why many folks see their glucose spike before breakfast, despite fasting all night. This is exactly where the nighttime tea shines. As I shared earlier, this tea combines mulberry leaf, right arrow, slows carb absorption, adzuki bean water, right arrow, improves insulin sensitivity, yakin root, right arrow, nourishes gut flora, reduces liver sugar output. When you drink this about 1 hour before bedtime, here's what unfolds. Less glucose released by the liver overnight. Yakin is rich in FOS, a probiotic fiber that feeds your healthy gut bacteria. These good microbes produce SCFA, short-chain fatty acids, which signal the liver, you're safe. No need to pump out more sugar tonight. The result, your liver can rest. No overdrive, no extra glucose flooding your bloodstream. Insulin becomes more effective in a calm body at night. Your body enters a calmer, less reactive state. That's when polyphenols from adzuki bean water begin reducing inflammation in your cells. And with less inflammation, insulin doesn't have to fight so hard to do its job. In fact, the Journal of Diabetes and Metabolism, 2021, reported insulin sensitivity can increase by 21% at night, if the body is not overstimulated by stress, food, or blue light. This tea acts like a gentle assistant, quietly helping insulin work without resistance. Deeper sleep equals better blood sugar control. Ever notice how after a sleepless night, your cravings skyrocket the next day? That's because poor sleep throws off hormones like leptin and ghrelin, which control hunger, blood sugar regulation, fat storage, especially around the belly. But the mild antioxidants in this tea, especially from the adzuki bean, help lower cortisol and naturally boost melatonin. You fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, and during that deep rest, your blood sugar stays calm and steady. When these three effects happen together while you sleep, something powerful occurs. Your liver rests instead of overworking. Your pancreas doesn't panic, produce insulin, inflammation quietly fades, and your blood sugar remains balanced for 6-8 hours straight. The result? You wake up clear-headed, lighter in the belly, and with noticeably lower fasting glucose. I've had older patients tell me, "Doctor, I never imagined just a cup of tea would help me wake up sharper, crave less sugar, and sleep like a baby." But you know what? It wasn't just the tea. It was the space they gave their body to rest, the gentle support they offered themselves each night. No force, no struggle, just quiet consistency, a loving ritual before bed. So what happens when you drink this tea every night for 7 days? That's exactly what I'll walk you through in the next section. Coming up next, you'll learn what begins changing in the first 24 hours, the surprising shifts in your sleep, mood, and blood sugar during the first week, and 3 real stories from American seniors who transformed their health, starting with just 1 cup of tea. Because, as you'll soon see, true healing doesn't begin with something dramatic. It begins with small, loving acts, repeated daily in honor of your body. The first 7 days, how your body responds when you drink this tea each night. Let me be clear. I don't promise miracles in one night. I'm a doctor, not a dream seller. But here's what I can tell you. After nearly 30 years of walking with my patients, when you give your body the right thing at the right time and do it consistently, your body will respond. And often it responds sooner than you think. Day 1, a surprisingly restful sleep. Many patients tell me, "I fell asleep faster, slept deeper, and I wasn't even expecting anything." It's not because the tea is a sedative. It's because cortisol dropped, insulin stayed steady, and the liver wasn't overworked. When your body isn't battling blood sugar cleanup at midnight, your brain and heart finally get to rest deeply. Day 2, less thirst, fewer nighttime bathroom trips. You might find you don't wake up 2 or 3 times to go to the bathroom anymore. That's a clear sign that your blood sugar has begun to stabilize, no longer overflowing into your kidneys and being flushed out. It means your liver, pancreas, and kidneys are finally working together, calmly, without panic. Day 3, you wake up earlier, with a clearer mind. This is the day I often hear, "I feel more alert, lighter in my belly, and somehow my mind feels clearer." When blood sugar stays steady overnight, your energy doesn't crash at 4 a.m. like before. So when you open your eyes, you feel refreshed, not foggy. Day 4, fewer sugar cravings, better appetite control. You begin to notice, "Today I walked past the bakery and didn't feel that pull like I usually do." Why? Your gut microbiome is being nourished right, producing calming neurotransmitters like GABA and serotonin. Ghrelin, the hunger hormone, doesn't spike like before, and with steady insulin, those intense Emotional cravings begin to fade. Day 5, more emotional calm. Less mood swings. One of my patients, Lewis, 65, once told me, I feel softer, not snapping at every little thing. And it's real. Microscope when your blood sugar swings wildly, your brain fights dopamine instability, making you feel anxious, irritable, and scattered. When blood sugar is steady, right arrow, your mood is steady. Day 6, less bloating, smoother digestion. The probiotic power of yakin and adzuki begins to take hold. You may notice more regular bowel movements, less fullness after dinner, less gas. And with less bloating, your sleep deepens because your gut is finally at ease. Day 7, blood sugar readings start to drop if you track them. Many patients who check their morning blood sugar levels report before 118, 125 mg/dl after 7 nights, 95, 105 mg/dl. Some even see a slight drop in A1C if they continue for 3-4 weeks straight. But it's not just about the number. You feel it. Lighter body, clearer mind, fewer emotional cravings, deeper sleep, less worry, and you wake up with a gentle, positive energy. Walter, 72, a farmer in Ohio. I used to wake up 3 times a night to pee. After 5 nights on the T, I slept through till morning, and oddly, I felt like my head was clearer. My wife even said, "You've been much more pleasant lately." Martha, 68, retired teacher in California. I used to crave chocolate every night, but after starting the tea, I realized I didn't need it anymore. I still wanted something sweet, but it wasn't that same urgent pull, and I stopped having those anxious dreams. Jerry, 66, retired engineer in Texas. I check my morning sugar daily. After 6 nights with the tea, it dropped from 122 to 98. I didn't change my diet, just my evening routine. 1 cup of tea, 1 small habit, huge impact. And if you continue through day 21, 30, even 45, it's not just your blood sugar that balances. Your entire metabolic system begins to realign. Your liver detoxes more efficiently, your gut absorbs nutrients more precisely, your pancreas isn't overworked, your emotions feel smoother, and you start to feel like yourself again. In the next part, I'll share the foods that supercharge the tea's effect on blood sugar, common mistakes that cancel out its benefits, and how to make this tea a meaningful part of your lifelong wellness ritual. Because the tea is just one piece, but when you place it in the right environment, that's when the true magic happens. Dear friend, even the finest boat can drift aimlessly if you don't steer it in the right direction. It's the same with this Japanese nighttime tea. Yes, it's powerful, but if you pair it with late-night meals, poor sleep, or chronic stress, its results will be limited. You don't have to change everything. You just need to change the things that matter most. In this part, I'll guide you through what to eat to synchronize with the tea's blood sugar stabilizing effects, the 5 common mistakes that can weaken its benefits, the ideal routine before, during, and after drinking it, and finally, how to make this tea part of your daily healing ritual. Foods that amplify the effects of the tea. 1. Soluble fiber slows down glucose absorption. Suggestions: ground flaxseed, chia seeds, whole rolled oats, walnut or chia butter in almond milk, best taken at dinner. Soluble fiber forms a gel-like shield in your gut. Right arrow slows glucose entering your bloodstream. Right arrow allows the tea to work more effectively. 2. Cinnamon and ginger, natural insulin helpers, a dash of cinnamon sprinkled on fruit Or dinner, a thin slice of ginger chewed before meals. Cinnamon boosts insulin sensitivity. Journal of Diabetes Science, 2019. Ginger reduces inflammation and supports digestion, easing the liver's nighttime workload. 3. Low glycemic fruits: blueberries, raspberries, green pears, green apples, guava, avocados. Eat them 1–2 hours before dinner or in small amounts during the meal. Rich in antioxidants: right arrow, reduce inflammation. Right arrow, enhance the tea's effects. 4. Magnesium rich. Healthy fat: nuts, walnuts, almonds, pumpkin seeds. Healthy fats support blood sugar balance. Magnesium helps cells unlock to absorb glucose better. Part 2. 5 habits that can destroy the tea's benefits, but most people don't know. 1. Eating too late. After 9 p.m., your liver and pancreas need downtime to recover. Late meals spike glucose. Right arrow, the tea can't keep up. Aim to finish dinner by 7:30 p.m. 2. Drinking the tea right after a heavy meal. An overstuffed stomach prevents proper absorption. Wait about 1 hour after dinner. You should feel light and relaxed. 3. Eating hidden sugars: salad dressings, canned fruit juice, white bread. Even if they are not sweet, they still spike insulin. Right arrow, blunting the tea's effect. 4. Staying up late after drinking the tea. The tea supports nighttime insulin function. But if you're under bright lights, stressing out, scrolling on your phone, cortisol rises. Right arrow, canceling the tea's calming hormonal effects. After tea, turn off lights, avoid screens, maybe read something gentle. 5. Drinking alcohol at night. Alcohol forces your liver to detox the booze instead of regulating glucose. The tea's power is blocked, and blood sugar may even spike in the middle of the night. A gentle evening ritual to let the tea do its work: create a healing space. Brew the tea by hand. No TV while drinking. Sip slowly. Breathe deeply. And silently thank your body. 20 minutes after tea, unwind. Listen to calming music. Gently massage your neck or feet. Or write in a health journal. Don't snack. Avoid debates or mental stimulation. Go to bed before 10:00 p.m. The deepest healing sleep occurs from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m., when the liver is working hardest. Let the tea align with your natural circadian rhythm to lower blood sugar gently through the night. I often tell my patients, you don't need a life overhaul. You just need a few right things done gently and repeatedly with intention. Just 1 cup of tea, 1 properly timed dinner, 1 consistent bedtime. Small choices, but they create big transformation. In the next part, I'll help you understand when not to use this tea, to stay safe, what to know if you take blood sugar or heart medications, or if you're pregnant, and how to talk with your doctor if you want to add this tea to your treatment plan, because this tea is powerful. But you must understand it fully before using it. Dear friend, even the finest boat can drift aimlessly if you don't steer it in the right direction. It's the same with this Japanese nighttime tea. Yes, it's powerful, but if you pair it with late-night meals, poor sleep, or chronic stress, its results will be limited. You don't have to change everything. You just need to change the things that matter most. In this part, I'll guide you through what to eat to synchronize with the tea's blood sugar stabilizing effects, the 5 common mistakes that can weaken its benefits, the ideal routine before, during, and after drinking it, and finally, how to make this tea part of your daily healing ritual. Foods that amplify the effects of the tea. 1. Soluble fiber slows down glucose absorption suggestions. Ground flaxseed, chia seeds, whole rolled oats, walnut, or chia butter in almond milk, best taken at dinner. Soluble fiber forms a gel-like shield in your gut. Right arrow slows glucose entering your bloodstream. Right arrow allows the tea to work more effectively. 2. Cinnamon and ginger natural insulin helpers. A dash of cinnamon sprinkled on fruit or dinner. A thin slice of ginger chewed before meals. Cinnamon boosts insulin sensitivity. Journal of Diabetes Science, 2019. Ginger reduces inflammation and supports digestion, easing the liver's nighttime workload. 3. Low glycemic fruits. Blueberries, raspberries, green pears, green apples, guava, avocados. Eat them 1-2 hours before dinner or in small amounts during the meal. Rich in antioxidants. Right arrow reduce inflammation. Right arrow enhance the tea's effects. 4. Magnesium rich. Healthy fat. Nuts, walnuts, almonds, pumpkin seeds. Healthy fats support blood sugar balance. Magnesium helps cells unlock to absorb glucose better. Part 2. 5 habits that can destroy the tea's benefits, but most people don't know. 1. Eating too late. After 9 p.m., your liver and pancreas need downtime to recover. Late meals spike glucose. Right arrow, the tea can't keep up. Aim to finish dinner by 7:30 p.m. 2. Drinking the tea right after a heavy meal. An overstuffed stomach prevents proper absorption. Wait about 1 hour after dinner. You should feel light and relaxed. 3. Eating hidden sugars. Salad dressings, canned fruit juice, white bread. Even if they are not sweet, they still spike insulin. Right arrow blunting the tea's effect. 4. Staying up late after drinking the tea. The tea supports nighttime insulin function. But if you're under bright lights, stressing out, scrolling on your phone, cortisol rises. Right arrow canceling the tea's calming hormonal effects. After tea, turn off lights, avoid screens, maybe read something gentle. 5. Drinking alcohol at night. Alcohol forces your liver to detox the booze instead of regulating glucose. The tea's power is blocked, and blood sugar may even spike in the middle of the night. A gentle evening ritual to let the tea do its work. Create a healing space. Brew the tea by hand. No TV while drinking. Sip slowly. Breathe deeply. And silently thank your body. 20 minutes after tea, unwind. Listen to calming music. Gently massage your neck or feet. Or write in a health journal. Don't snack. Avoid debates or mental stimulation. Go to bed before 10:00 p.m. The deepest healing sleep occurs from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m., when the liver is working hardest. Let the tea align with your natural circadian rhythm to lower blood sugar gently through the night. I often tell my patients, you don't need a life overhaul. You just need a few right things done gently and repeatedly with intention. Just 1 cup of tea, 1 properly timed dinner, 1 consistent bedtime. Small choices, but they create big transformation. In the next part, I'll help you understand when not to use this tea, to stay safe, what to know if you take blood sugar or heart medications, or if you're pregnant, and how to talk with your doctor if you want to add this tea to your treatment plan, because this tea is powerful. But you must understand it fully before using it. Dear friend, I've spent over 30 years of my life as a physician. I've watched thousands of people walk through the doors of the hospital, anxious, hurting, and sometimes hopeless. And I've witnessed miracles. But you know something? The most powerful miracles I've seen didn't come from pills. didn't come from high-tech machines or expensive treatments. They came from small, quiet moments, overflowing with meaning. A warm cup of tea lovingly brewed by someone who cares. A wife deciding to walk beside her husband every evening, rain or shine. A 75-year-old mother switching out fried chicken for a bowl of oatmeal at dinner. Mr. Walter, 72 years old, saying yes to a cup of bedtime tea and sleeping peacefully for 9 months straight. Healing doesn't require a grand gesture. It begins with a small, gentle, consistent choice. We live in a noisy world. Everywhere you turn, someone's promising a blood sugar fix in 3 days, melts belly fat overnight, or reverse aging in a week. But your body, it doesn't need more speed. It needs kindness. It needs a slower rhythm. It needs time to repair itself naturally. And tea, a simple gift from Mother Earth, is a gentle reminder of that. Tea is not just warm water and herbs. It's memory. It's connection. It's a sacred act. You pause to love your body. I can't promise that 1 cup of tea will cure your illness. But I can say this, with full conviction, after 30 years of care, every time you nourish yourself with something natural, with understanding and intention, you are giving your body a real chance to heal from within. So if today you're exhausted from swallowing 3 different pills every morning, you're confused about what to eat to stabilize your blood sugar, or you're worried about a loved one who's been struggling with sleepless nights and fatigue, then start with one simple act tonight. Make a cup of tea, sit down, turn off your phone, and let your body feel heard. I believe this with all my heart. True health is not about fighting disease. It's about learning to live with your body gently and with grace. If this video has helped you in any way, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone you care about. Let them know there are still ways to heal, soft, natural, and surprisingly powerful. I'll see you in the next video. Still me, Dr. James, the doctor who truly believes that sometimes the best thing you can do for your health is to sit down and sip a cup of tea. Thank you for staying with me until the very end. And thank you for choosing to live a little gentler, a little lighter, and a little truer day by day.